I'm Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. Today we lost 2 more lives in a trucking accident. Often it's the truckies who get a bad rap when it comes to road safety. Well, that's not fair, say these widows and family members who live with the reality of losing loved ones every day. And they want you to know the other side of the story.
Life changed. We lost Dave. Not only we lost a husband, we lost a best mate, we lost a father, we lost a companion.
To lose your children and to lose 2 children is absolutely undescribable.
It was a hard, long road though.
It was.
Sharon spent 14 hours in surgery.
The images are dramatic, the story behind them compelling.
It was a hole in the ground that I just fell through. Everything just went. It's hard to describe. It's shock. It's disbelief.
These are the truckies' families, the wives and children left to battle on.
You think of superheroes as people with capes, saving people's lives and whatnot, but Mum's definitely my superhero.
But despite their own tragic circumstances, wives like Murray Benson, Di Carroll and Sharon Horn are bouncing back to become towers of strength for the industry. They are the backbone of the TransHelp Foundation, volunteers sacrificing their time for truckies.
I'm good, how are you? I don't want people to be out there and not have anyone from the industry that understands. So when a driver comes in and says, yeah, I put my truck over, 3 years ago and broke this and broke that, I can relate to that.
I recall it like it was yesterday.
Murray Benson's husband, David, died after his truck burst into flames in Melbourne 2 years ago after a freak accident.
I got a phone call from his best mate that had just driven past the accident scene. And really, I don't think he had to say anything. I heard him crying. He just kept crying and I just knew.
His 60-tonne truck was a fireball careering down a freeway, but David stayed inside to prevent more carnage.
He was fighting that steering wheel to keep it out of oncoming traffic.
Was David a hero on that day? Did he save lives on that day?
Very much so, yeah. And that's one thing that makes us very proud is the police gave him raps for the evasive actions that he took and the length of the distance that he travelled up that East Link, up the southbound lane. He avoided all oncoming traffic.
And Mari says David's character runs right through the trucking industry.
He'd get home from a week on the road and he'd see me absolutely knackered and he'd literally tell me to sit down.
Yep.
He'd make me a cup of tea, he'd fix dinner, he'd organise the kids and I wasn't allowed to do anything. It was lovely.
The men are made of tough stuff. They live for their families. It's what keeps them going during those lonely days on the road.
Do you think people around the country understand the life of a truckie and for the families?
Many of my friends ask me how I do it. It's almost like being a sole parent because you're here alone, you're dealing with everything, but there's that sense of security knowing that you've got your rock there. There's a safety net.
But David's no longer there, and for his kids and wife, life must go on, but in his honour.
I didn't understand it until I actually went out on the road with him, and I'll try and stay awake as long as he could. I couldn't.
Amazing, funny. Stick a pencil up his nose. Well, it was just something that he did.
Yeah, you proud of Mum?
Yeah.
Such wonderful children with a rock for a mother. And this Canberra family isn't alone. Nearly 250 truckies die on our roads every year. Not only does it mentally scar their families, but their mates on the road too.
On the outskirts of Townsville is one of the busiest truck stops in the country. For many, it's more than just a place to refuel and rest up. It's become a beacon of hope. The wife of one particular truckie is volunteering her time to help others. Her commitment inspired by her own heartbreaking experience.
We lost our 2 little ones in the accident.
The aftermath of their truck crash left Sharon Bourne and her husband Darren without their 2 young children. Caleb and Tamika were enjoying a rare ride in Dad's truck.
If you don't go with your husband, you really don't see him. So for me, it was great. Me and the kids were going to go for a drive. It was just a day trip. You don't get in the truck thinking that something's going to happen by any means.
But the mindless manoeuvre of one motorist on a New South Wales road led to a heartbreaking loss.
A car come from 15 cars behind, just impatient, on Easter Monday, and tried to basically overtake us on a narrow bridge, and we didn't fit, pretty much. You try to give them room to, I suppose, it's protect yourself as well as try and protect the general public, as most truck drivers do.
The truck rolled over, flinging the family in all directions. Sharon was stuck under the cabin.
Do you remember much of the accident?
Somehow I went out through the passenger window, and I remember skimming along, and there was dust and burrs and stones in my face, and then it was just heavy.
2 dead children, a severely injured mother and a father left behind. And as for the motorist who caused the crash?
Never stopped. Never stopped.
So the driver never stopped?
They stopped over the bridge, and then the witnesses said they jumped back in their car and drove.
So when truckies see senseless actions like this, they know tragedy can only be a second away. For 2 decades, this couple have been dealing with the loss.
To lose your children, and to lose 2 children, is absolutely undescribable, but that pushes me to do what I do with TransHelp.
Sharon was told she would never walk again, but today she stands tall for the trucking industry. At this Townsville BP, she is there to help.
Do you drink energy drinks? All I do, I sit here, I don't yell and scream for attention. Mostly they come over and say, hey, what's this about? And I say, come in and I'll show you. And that's where we do their blood pressure, we test their eyes, weight, height, and ask the questions.
You know, it's good to have a checkup, even though it's a quick checkup, it's, you know, still peace of mind, eh?
Yeah, are you in good health?
Yeah.
What was the check? What was the result?
Oh, I got 10 out of 10, mate.
The foundation was started by Di Carroll, who lost her husband after a truck accident.
They are the forgotten ones, and that's what we deal with. We pick up after the accidents and fatalities. We deal with widows and their children and the aftermath.
Thanks, mate.
It was a pleasure.
TransHelp is becoming a trusted counselling group.
I would be lost without them. I would be so lost without their direction.
Trucks are generally the first on the scene to an accident. You know, they make the 000 call. It could be a fatality, there could be children involved. They call police, fire, ambos, rescue. They all turn up, thanks mate, see ya. He's got to go and unload. He doesn't get counselling.
And if you'd like to get involved in the TransHelp Foundation, the details are on your screen.